I've just been for a swim, the sun is out, I've got my sunglasses on, and I thought it would be perfect opportunity to go and drink some kombucha. Inside this building behind me here is Fix 8 Kombucha. I'm hugely taken with this brand. Beautiful liquid. I'm going to be stocking it in both my bars. I wanted to get down here and find out how they're making it. What on earth is kombucha? So let's go in and find out. This is Freya. Freya, what do you do? You're labelled as a fermentalist. What does that mean?
I ferment things like kombucha, and I love it. I am mental about fermenting.
What's kombucha?
Kombucha is fermented tea. It's made with 4 ingredients: tea, water, sugar, and a SCOBY, which stands for symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. It's a fizzy, sweet, sour, refreshing soft drink.
So, how do you make it?
Brew some tea, mix in some sugar, dilute that to bring the temperature down, add the SCOBY, cover it with a cloth, leave it to ferment. After about 10 days, you've got a sweet, sour, fizzy drink.
I'm just going to be really honest here. I'd never heard of kombucha until like very recently. Where's kombucha from? Why kombucha?
Kombucha is one of those drinks which you can get that satisfaction from having a fizzy soft drink, but also coupled with some benefits. Well, it's good for you. I mean, fundamentally it's tea, which is full of antioxidants, polyphenols, and then we take that tea and we ferment it with a live culture. And so through that process, the tea is almost enhanced with more beneficial properties. All the antioxidants and the polyphenols still exist, but they're more bioavailable for the body to absorb. There's probiotic bacteria, acetic acid, which is anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial. In Asia, where it comes from, there's lots of sort of historic myths about it, and it's actually called the tea of immortality. And there's a myth about a doctor who used to give this liquid to his patients, and it would heal them of their ailments. The doctor was called Kombu, supposedly, which is a bit dubious, but so they called it Kombucha because cha means tea.
I like it. I like it a lot.
And there's lots of myths, you know, Japanese samurai used to carry it in their flask onto battlefield and drink it for strength. It's seen as a real elixir of life.
We have the citrus saffron, the triple ginger, and we have the strawberry Tulsi. This is just the coolest branding I've ever seen. I don't care what it tastes like, I like it already.
Our citrus saffron. So this is our house kombucha with tangerine oil, orange blossom, cardamom and saffron.
Saffron? Is there lots of saffron in here?
Yeah, so we use whole saffron from Kashmir. I feel the way that it marries different ingredients together, that's the real benefit of saffron. Bottoms up.
If you told me this was a sour lambic beer, I'd totally get you. Like wild yeast, bit sour on the palate, fermented. There's some really similar. There's some similar stuff. Do you know what it reminds me of? My mum's homemade ginger beer.
Fermented funk.
Yeah, that's it. That is absolutely delicious. I think this is breakfast, lunchtime drink, refreshing sundowner digestif drink. This is literally for all times of the day.
We make the same kombucha for all the flavours, and then we will add in the different flavouring compounds. Our strawberry Tulsi, we use strawberries from Essex, so nice and local. I love Tulsi, I drink a lot of Tulsi tea. Tulsi is a holy basil from India. It's an adaptogen, so it helps you to deal with stress.
That's a good sound. There's this lovely sort of strawberry note that combines with that vinegariness. That's super good. Like those wild little strawberries that actually taste of strawberry.
But hopefully it's not overly sweet.
So it's not sweet.
It's got a nice balance of sweet sour.
Triple ginger. Really gingery, fresh cut root ginger. It's sort of ginger and honey and maybe some orange peel. Like that is sort of a bit deeper. Really effervescent. There's so much life in this bottle.
Yeah, literally, it's living.
Is it?
Yeah, you could make kombucha from that because it's full of living bacteria and yeast. That bottle is alive.
I've just worked out what it is that is this backbone of flavour that I've been tasting. It's tea.
Brewed with a real Camellia sinensis plant tea.
What is Camellia sinensis?
Camellia sinensis is basically the tea plant. So green, black, oolong, pu'er, They all come from the same tea plant. Green and black tea will go through different oxidization processes. Pu'er tea is fermented and aged. It's just in the processing which makes it different, but it all comes from the same tea plant.
And your teas that are going into this?
We use a 70% green tea and 30% black tea mix.
Looking back at the 4 basic ingredients, tea being a major one. Tea obviously has a lot of caffeine in it. Are these caffeinated?
They are, but moderately. We use about 7 grams of tea per litre, so if we're to multiply that into a much larger scale, actually we're having like a fifth of a cup of tea in terms of the caffeine content. It's mostly just for the flavour and nutrition that we would use the tea.
So why does it make me feel energized?
A whole host of other amazing things happening in there. You've got bioavailable B vitamins, and they're sort of like your happy hormones, and they give you energy. Probiotic bacteria, which speaks directly to the gut, and we've got this gut-brain axis as well. We're drinking a live product full of nutrition and living organisms. We're drinking something that's alive rather than something which is, dead.
If you look at the mainstream soft drinks, they're full of sugar to try and make
Absolutely.
it taste nice.
Synthetic ingredients, whereas this is such a natural process. And you've also got things like L-theanine, which is very good for the brain. It just makes us feel good. The body communicates to the brain, I feel good drinking this.
I think that's why I'm here. The truth is, I was like, kombucha, I don't really know what kombucha is, I'm not that interested. But then I tasted it, I was like, this genuinely makes me feel good about myself. Like, it's like having been for a run, but without having to actually go for the run. It's like you've put a happy pill in there. That was absolutely incredible. I'm genuinely buzzing off that. If you haven't tried a kombucha, get out there and try it. Who knew that it was so good and so tasty and so healthy for you? I'm genuinely buzzing, can you tell? Phenomenal brand, phenomenal liquid. Fix 8 is awesome. Kombucha is awesome. I feel awesome about life. Thanks for joining me today. A bit different. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you next week. Bye.